Hey friends, you're listening to This Quote Changed My Life, a podcast about inspired action. My name is Tracy and I'm the host of the show. Thank you for joining me for episode 66 of the podcast. If we haven't met already, hello, my name is Tracy and I am a wellness coach and creative arts therapist based in Sydney, Australia. You can find me on Instagram under Make Sunshine Co. And there is a new website for the podcast, thisquotepodcast.com. If you'd like to support me, I will leave a link below. But for now, let's get on with this week's quote. A lot of us experience anxiety. And for me personally, I have lived with anxiety for, most of my life. I'm 41 this year. I can safely say it's been more than 20 years. It's only recently occurred to me that my anxiety really does hold me back from doing the things that I want to do. And when that thought occurred to me, it really made me sad. It made me sad about all the things that I've missed out on. So this quote really reminds me of where I currently am with my anxiety and where I want to be. And the quote is, "Get out of your own way, you're breaking your own heart." And this quote, I think it's a combination of quotes that I had heard in the past, but when I put them together, it really made me see what I had been doing to myself, and what I had been missing out on. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but we tend to get stuck in a comfort zone. We tend to have everything the way we want it, the way that we know it, the way we like it, and we stay there. But we are born to give things a go. We are born to change and to evolve into something better and learn along the way, right? So staying in a comfort zone it's fine for the meantime. It's fine to know your boundaries for sure. However, when you use that as an excuse to stay where you are and not to try something new, I think that's where the problem arrives, and you really do, you break your own heart by not giving things a go. I would really hate for myself or for my children or for the people that I love to have you in this place where you're comfortable, but in 5 years' time, you're still in that same zone and you really haven't done much with your life, or you've missed out on things that you've really wanted to do, and that's where a lot of regret lies, right? Regret is a really hard thing to live with for a lot of us once we realize what we've been doing, and I hope that by sharing this with you today, you can reflect back on your life, whether it's 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even a year ago or even a week ago. Have you also been stuck in a comfort zone, and have you broken your own heart because you didn't dare to trust yourself to move forward and to give things a go, solely because it scared you a little bit? And scary things are okay as long as they're safe. They're okay. It just means you're about to expand and grow into a new role. I really want you to think about, when is enough enough? Where is your limit? Has your limit been reached? And what would happen if you tested the waters a little bit? If you did a little bit more than you're used to, what would happen? I think a lot of us don't trust ourselves to know what would happen if we just gave things a go. But I hope that you know that you'd be fine if you gave things a go. And if things didn't work out, that's okay. You gave things a go. This is how we learn, and this is how we grow, and how we find out what's right for us and what's wrong for us. So again, how do we get past these challenges? I think mindfulness comes into play here. When you're aware of your boundaries and you're aware of how your boundaries are holding you back, you're able to think about the steps that you need to take in order to try something new. Then the next step is to become very intentional with the steps. So once you catch yourself holding back a little bit or saying no to things that really you could say yes to, which would be fun, maybe interesting, things that you've always wanted to do but you've never done before. Be intentional with your steps and be intentional with how you're feeling, and check in with how you're feeling and remind yourself that you're safe and that things will be okay no matter what the outcome. When you start to acknowledge the obstacles that you have and the challenges you have, I think it becomes easier to figure out the way around it. Change doesn't have to be big, sweeping gestures. You don't have to do everything big and grand. It could be as small as you like. And I actually recommend that it is small so that you don't veer off course too much, that you don't scare yourself and never try things again. Start off small and intentional and mindful, and eventually you'll get to a new place and you'll look back thinking, hey, that wasn't so bad. So your homework for today and the rest of the week, and however long that you need to, is to be mindful of the times where you're holding yourself back because you're scared, and to think about what it would be like to try it anyway. How different would your life be if you just experienced it, if you just let yourself give it a go, and what would it feel like to you to get it done anyway? Don't worry about the outcome so much. Don't worry about what it's going to be like at the end. Would you regret not trying? So the quote again, because I want you to remember this, is to get out of your own way. You're breaking your own heart. Really have a think about how that applies to you in your life right now, and maybe in the future when you catch yourself from holding back because you're scared. What would your life be like if you just gave things a go? Thank you again for joining me for this episode of This Quote Changed My Life. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Make Sunshine Co. The website is thisquotepodcast.com, and there's some links below if you'd like to support me. I will catch you guys next week for another episode. Until then, stay safe wherever you are in the world. I hope you're happy and healthy, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.